Do not.
Are you sure?
We're gonna stand 500 feet away from you, and then you can draw from the deck of many things.
That's fine. I want to draw from the deck of many things. Dolgus would absolutely not be afraid of drawing from the deck of many things.
So when we see the desolation happen, we can run and get away before it kills you and comes after us.
The Wraith doesn't go after anyone but me.
Give me a second.
Oh, are we doing this?
Wait, am I actually going to get to draw from the deck of many things?
We're doing this shit again.
Let me see where.
Let me get in the game first. You can't have me draw from the deck of many things when I'm not in the game for yet. Let's see. Giant Slayer, I blame you for it still being on my third page instead of the first page, even though it's a recently joined game. Must be your fault somehow.
Jesus. Sorry I'm yawning a lot.
You were yawning way too damn much. It's clearly all your fault. I'm ready.
We're not playing with the normal deck of many things, mind you. This is the one that was altered for the end of the tower game that Dread ran. This is the canonical.
Is it the wimpy Pathfinder?
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Dang it!
3.5.
No. This was customed because we wanted better rewards or worse results.
Cool.
This is the augmented harrowed version.
So the hero version you realize is like the Pathfinder wimpy version. So this is augmented somehow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Where do I need to click my link? Where do I need to draw my cards from?
Oh, jeez.
I also need to say how many cards I'm going to draw, I believe. Where's the deck?
And runs from Dolgus.
I know, I spelled his name wrong.
So here's the thing. Such an artifact does in fact exist within the caravan.
The fortune teller.
The issue is, are you willing to take the penalty of what happens?
It blows up our face.
Better not make me run for nothing.
What's the worst that could happen? We all die.
I made it sound like I was far away.
Exactly. What's wrong about
adventure?
Oh God! Don't invoke those words. One.
Well, it's a sense of excitement and adventure. Come on.
The fortune teller is willing to give you a glimpse of a possible future. You may draw a single card. I will require you to roll me 1d55.
Oh my god.
The batteries.
This is your glimpse of the future. In another timeline, one would have been able to draw upon the essence of all that is good. Before you, as you drew such a card, would have been a holy avenger.
Which I would have been unable to use. Or told to
No, but I would have.
Has all the normal properties of a normal holy avenger, along with a special ability that can only be used once per day. Upon being thrust into the ground by its bearer as a standard action, it would transform into a paladin 2 levels lower than you. The paladin possesses their own holy avenger and aids the character in any way their alignment permits for 10 minutes. Once the time is over, the paladin vanishes and the sword reappears.
Once per day?
Once per day. This could have been a possible future in your timeline.
Excellent. Well, I couldn't use the sword, but I could totally thrust it in the ground and summon a paladin.
I have a friend in me. Thrust. Here you go. Woohoo!
This is just one of the things that Dreadok had, like, swapped up a little bit to make the cards spicier. There were a few that got changed, but yeah. They are.
I have learned through many experience and many deaths that accrued because of the deck of many things, that it's only when I try and draw 5 and sometimes 3 that it fucks me over.
Oh,
One
yeah.
and two,
yeah,
I'm
the
usually
more you
good.
draw at one time, the worse your odds get.
I mean, I basically won D&D when I drew my cards from the deck of Greater Many Things. One can tell you how that turned out.
Didn't you just end up? I mean, remember the dice of many things we were rolling in?
Oh,
game?
God.
I got lucky, or rather, Aeneas got lucky. +2 to every stat.
I didn't even want to roll the damn thing. The deck was
But yeah, you still ended up engaged to be married to some faraway
Hey,
princess.
Could have been worse.
No. What you don't understand, dude, is that wasn't just a queen. That was straight up a ephemeral lord of
my God.
sexuality and everything.
It could have been worse. Your soul could have been damned to hell like mine.
That's true.
Except for my character's essentially immortal, so.
Either way,
Because she's a druid with regeneration, which means she can never die of old age.
yeah. My headcanon's still that that entire party got reincarnated in subvariant and went off and did some fuckery, but that's beside the point. Giant Slayer lore. That's in a faraway world, so far removed from this adventure that we're like
These
nuts.
adventurers, if they were in it, would have pissed themselves.
Maybe. Who knows? Let's see what legacy they make for themselves. As when last we played, you guys had recently cleared out a nearby watchtower of your runaway enemy from the prior combat, smote by the mighty power of the hammer of Agramosh at the hands of your dwarven ally. It
was big, and then he got wheel slaw.
you certainly got a proper demonstration of some of the latent magics within it. With some effective teamwork, Chompy was able to catch the runaway before he was able to slip away from you guys again. Full chomping in action. You guys had rescued the paladin who seemed to have survived this encounter, Miss Calrian Blix, who had asked to join your caravan, at least to Castle Everstand, so that she could report the ongoings here at this watchtower and resupply it should it need it.
We're pretty sure
And
we have a
report her
saboteur,
failure.
if I remember right. Right?
I mean, there are rumors, there are conspiracy theories being purported by your bard friend Sylph that there is like to be some sort of saboteur amongst your number.
Sylph
or
is saying this? Oh, never mind. This is crazy.
I mean, if it was coming from any NPC, just remember that any conspiracy theory ever uttered by any NPC in a game is likely the actual truth and story that's going on.
I mean, the
actual
Wainwright,
was so unnatural.
The Wainwright Kogan did co-sign the fact that it seemed quite an intentional cut to the axle when they replaced it. So
Yeah.
there is an NPC backing to the theories being noted.
Also, it's not. Also, suspecting a saboteur is not a conspiracy theory. I mean, conspiracy theories are much more complex or unnatural than that.
And of course, the saboteur might even not be among us. He may be back in town.
It is entirely possible.
That's true. Didn't even
It
think
might
about
be
that.
entirely possible. But for the time being, you
Or
were
the
all
son of
about
Trustor.
to take evening's meal and return to camp for the evening before rising early and finishing your trek to Castle Everstand.
Food. Food and cheap beer for me.
Cheap beer indeed.
Yes.
Although there have been rumor that somewhere within that caravan is supposed to be something of a little finer, palate when it comes to alcoholic beverage. Although you've not quite found the source of such rumor.
There
I
is
know.
somehow one keg. One keg that has made it all the way from the shackles in the hands of her Kent.
That's a long
I'm
way to
amazing, I
fucking
know.
travel. You know what? Roll me a D100, Andrew. Let's see how.
I mean, technically, the timeline of this campaign is after Skulls and Shackles.
That is by normal standard,
I'll be
but
right back.
yeah.
Okay, D100. Okay, one moment.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how.
55.
It does not seem that such a fabled brew would have made it this far. It's far too inland, and any sane person would have drank it before it got this far into Avestan. Let's be honest. But in your dream of dreams, the dwarf in you, craves the good booze. The lizard folk in you understands that jungle juice is a tool to be used properly. But everybody is able to return back to camp fairly safe and sound.
So are we resting up now?
This would be the evening's rest, as people had spent spells and the like in order to get ready for a rest, but that rest was promptly interrupted when you had decided to go investigate the watchtower. So please make note of your proper amounts of spells, as I believe that most of you will end up needing to sleep.
Oh yeah, Dolgus is sleeping. He'll be sleeping on one of the wagons if necessary, but he's not waking up before it's been 8 hours, and then he can prepare spells.
Yeah, so Sylph is out too.
So the question becomes, who would like to take
better be a
first
dragon
watch?
attacking if we want to do our thing.
Sylph is just clonked out on Roddy's shoulder, drooling heavily.
He just kind of there's you, pats your head, gets you a blanket, maybe some warm milk if you absolutely need it.
He just snaps out loud, "Tree branches!" and then back to sleep.
You want some warm milk there, buddy?
Thank you. He just clonks back out, doesn't even drink it.
It sits there waiting for you. But who wants first watch?
Anybody?
Sylph. Wasn't Keep Watch cast on you?
No, it broke because you went and did the thing, remember?
Yeah.
Ava's like Sylph. It's Sylph's turn. His fault he broke it.
Aw, dang. Alright, I guess I'll get up.
I'll be right back, guys. It's gonna take me a couple minutes. I gotta handle something real quick.
No problem.
Alright, yeah, Sylph will mosey on up and take watch, knowing that he'll get some rest a little later.
Sounds like you and Roddy are on watch together.
Oh, jeez.
He had milk prepped for you and everything.
Ava will
Hopefully it's not
also
warm. Otherwise, I'll
cast
knock him
Keep
right
Watch on Gochin and tell him don't go to bed.
Sylph slams the tankard of milk and then slugs Roddy in the arm and says that he's it and runs off.
I see the milk drunkards to run off. Have a fun one. Roddy just kind of, pulls out a hip flask and, takes a sip.
Sylph's just
And then
being as
Roddy,
as possible.
And then Roddy realizes there's something at the very edge of his peripheral vision. And slowly, he turns around, and there, not even a foot away, is Chompy staring him in the eye.
Hey there, buddy. What you doing?
Chompy will nose his mug.
You can hear Sylph in the distance within the shadows of the forest. He likes it when you pet his mouth.
Next thing you know, he's drinking whatever he was drinking.
This is not quite for dinosaurs.
Poor Roddy.
Roddy just kind of corks it and puts it away.
Puts it away. How?
Like, so inside of his, like, armor, he's got, like, a little pocket that, you know, he sticks it in right above, his breast kind of thing. Kind of latches up his coat a little bit.
He has tits?
Everybody's got kids.
Are you judging?
Yes.
Oh my god. It's no different than how a dwarf has tits.
Well, I mean, lizard people don't have tits. What are you on about?
I mean,
They have muscle
why does
tits.
Dolgus?
Dolgus doesn't have any. What are you talking about? Also, here, eat this. The 17 CMB is trying to yank that off of him. It'll fail, obviously, but Chompy's trying.
Oh yeah, no, that's not gonna do it. But it is a valiant attempt. No there, buddy.
And no one's coming to help him.
Nope, Sylph's just chilling in the bush.
Gonna sit there and hide in the bush as the night goes on. Go ahead and roll me a perception check as you kind of can, in your peripheral, see that Roddy's just kind of keeping Chompy at bay. Gently, but, keeping him at bay.
Ooh. He just sees bush.
He's just focusing on that entertainment and not what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Roddy keeps at least a slightly better watch despite the interference of a dinosaur.
And the buffoon
With
hiding in
rolls like
poison ivy.
that. Well, Chompy does better than one of you, at least.
He's real focused in on that, he's not, Chompy doesn't understand scent and, its, descriptive words. He just knows that it smells potent. But first watch eventually comes to a close. As Roddy will go kick awake whoever is up for second watch.
I'll do second.
Sylph already
Fair enough.
fell asleep. He's just in the bush.
Sleeping in the
stay in
bush.
that-
Yeah,
stay in
he
that
fell
bush.
asleep.
Gochin should be doing all of
Yeah.
them.
Perfect. So,
Go
while
have
Silphus...
keep watch.
Ava told you not to go to sleep.
Okay, yeah, so Gochin's staying up then.
So while Sylph passed out in the bush, Roddy comes over and just kind of shakes his head and, takes Sylph's hand, puts it in a small bucket of water.
Finally.
And, then takes a little bit of, fish and just kind of rubs it on Sylph's back and then just leaves him in the bush.
Oh no! He's gonna pee!
Uh-huh.
Who knows? We'll see. He drank the goat's milk and everything.
Oh no! I fell right into his hands.
So Roddy heads back to his tent and, heads to bed.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
So it's Gochin and Edna awake for evening's watch.
Yep, I guess.
Yeah, Gochin's gonna be awake for all of them.
All of them? Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Doesn't he have
Go-
keep watch going or something?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Ava cast it on him.
That was before the combat, though.
No, she cast it on him right before they went to bed after combat. Literally just like saw Sylph broke her magic. He's like, I don't fucking trust that. Stay up.
Okay, then I will not require Gochin to. Gochin, go ahead and roll me a perception check for first watch, first
Roll
and
boredom
foremost.
checks.
Beautiful. You watch as first watch ends. That Roddy kind of just went to check on Sylph. Seems Sylph is sleeping in a bush tonight. Second watch comes around. Roddy goes and wakes up Edna, and it seems that your new compatriot that you picked up from the watchtower is kind of milling about camp, kind of. Well, I'd say give me a sense motive, both of you.
Being skills. There you go.
Well, that sucked.
Gochin?
It's taking a little bit to get my sheet loaded. Okay. Let's see. Do I have sense motive on this? Oh, nope. No points in it.
Okay. Well, at the very least, it seems that she's up and about. It's difficult to kind of read her language, body language. You would think that after the kind of day that she's had, she would probably, want some rest and some sleep. But you're on watch this evening. Is there any discussions? Is there any, chats? Anything you're looking to do during the watch? Outside of just doing, the look about?
I would like to take a small cup of water, dump it on Silk's pants quietly, and then go check on the newbie.
I need you to roll me I need a stealth check from you. Sylph, I need a perception check from you. You do have a penalty because you're asleep, but this is also feeling.
All right, Sylph, you got this. Yeah, come on, Sylph, you got this.
I apologize,
Oh.
but with your -5 penalty, that is not going to do it. You remain
Oh, no.
asleep.
Sylph peed.
And what's bad is, it's warm water, so that eventually he does actually pee himself.
Yeah, it's gonna be real pee.
Roddy and Sylph, bedwetters together.
Yes.
So you said you're going to go check on the newbie.
Yes.
Gochin, are you doing anything during this evening since you've just kind of been told to keep watch?
Yeah, he's just keeping watch very intently, making sure to observe everything. So he saw all the things.
Oh yes, you definitely saw Ethna walk over and just subtly dump a small bucket of water on Sylph's trousers.
He's like, interesting.
There's nothing going for him down there either. Just so everyone knows.
But you do happen to catch this.
How much do we sleep? How much HP do we heal with rest there? Is it just our level?
That is going to be your level plus your constitution modifiers.
Okay.
But yes, so Athena, how do you approach the your new compatriot? How do you approach Calrian?
I guess I would approach her in a
In a non-friendly fashion, and then
what's the word?
shank.
I'm trying to think of the word. The word's not coming to brain now.
Timid.
Not timid, no, cautious. Cautiously approach her.
I will say that she's kind of like just kept pacing around like the campfire a little bit, maybe in between like a tent here or there, but it definitely is trying to be quiet, not like walking around and like inspecting anything, just pacing.
The only reason I say cautious because she did just deal with a lot of shit today, and I don't know if she's gonna be like a hair trigger right now.
That's
Cautiously,
fair.
cautiously.
So you step up with like that like reserved kind of body language, just kind of walking up. She kind of takes note of you approaching and just kind of like nods politely, but otherwise doesn't say anything. Do you say anything?
I would ask her, how is she faring?
I'm alive, so I suppose well enough. Today's been a lot. Yeah.
Definitely has been a lot.
I don't know. I am processing. I know my duty is to return to Castle Everstand and make light of what has transpired. But I'm not sure after that.
I would recommend to her she takes a moment to mourn for her comrades and pray to her deity for guidance.
Just kind of nod to you. I've certainly done as much. As you all were heading back to the caravan, I made sure to whisper a word to Iomade and hope that wherever they are, it's better than these treacherous lands. I truly don't know what would have happened if it weren't for you and your band making your way in unlikely circumstances. So, that you, as mentioned before, have my eternal gratitude. She kind of would just look to you. It seems like whilst she's holding her composure, while it's not hair trigger, it is certainly fragile. Whatever are you all even doing out in these lands? Normally, caravanners of such tend to avoid